We're full service. We're a band from Austin, Texas. We tour the country on stages big and small. As you can see, we love performing. But we also love beer. So we found a way to combine these two passions. This is the story of our nationwide tour of breweries. First we perform, then we taste test. The full service Hoppin' Along tour. Join us.
Our second video blog of the tour. We're at Artifex Brewing in San Clemente, California with brewer Hippie. Hippie.
Hi, America.
So, which beer did you choose from Artifex?
I chose, it's a hazy IPA, popularized on the East Coast now, being made on the West Coast really well by a lot of breweries. This one's called Slap, and it's 7.1 IPA, hopped with Green Ghost, which is from Germany, Equinox, which is from the United States, Pacific Northwest, and also Victoria's Secret, which is from New Zealand. So we have like a trio of hops from all around the world.
Hop varietals are starting to sound a lot like weed varietals.
Yeah, they're kissing cousins for sure. So
yeah. And give us a little background on Artifex and also how you got the name Hippie.
So Artifex, we started about 3.5 years ago here in San Clemente, California, surf town. 4 people came together for the love of beer and created this awesome spot. And the name Hippie arose from...
you fit right in, I'm just saying.
Yeah, ever since a young, the ripe old age of 13, I was going to Grateful Dead type shows, Fish shows, so it's pretty easy nickname to develop when you have those tendencies,
In a Southern California town, to be the man that is named Hippie?
Yeah.
Got to be true to the word, I'm sure.
Where can you get Artifex beer? Where's the distribution?
Mainly San Diego, Orange County, and Los Angeles.
So let's talk about the beer. What was it called one more time?
Slap. In our fermenting tanks, it's basically a conical base, and we were having a really hard time getting the yeast out of this beer. The drain tube was completely clogged with hops, basically. And the only thing that unclogged that drain tube was literally slapping the cone of the tank.
Well, I think you called it a hazy IPA. Let's start with look. Easily enough, it is pretty opaque, pretty hazy. Kind of has the look of like a pulpless orange juice to me, so a little bit of the straw color.
Definitely.
But right thick in the middle, you've got a little bit of a darker, deeper amber. I didn't see the first pour, but I would imagine it doesn't have a very thick head typically.
No, we leave these slightly undercarbed because they tend to have a juicier flavor, so the higher carbonation would kind of interfere with the juicy flavor. So we keep them a little bit undercarbed to kind of add to that creamy mouthfeel too that we really like in these hazy IPAs.
How much time do you guys spend on like making it look the way you want it to look?
The cool part about this yeast is it kind of does it for us. It's a special type of yeast called London 3, and it's just been known to not drop out and clear out, so it kind of stays suspended in the beer. And also we use a lot of flaked ingredients, flaked wheat, and flaked rye. Actually this one only has malted white wheat, but we use enough of it to where it creates like a cloudiness in the beer.
All right, let's get into feel.
Right. I focus on just having the beer touch all parts of your palate, both sides of your tongue, the front of your tongue and the back of your tongue, because there's different flavor receptors on each part of your tongue.
All right, I'm going to put some on the bottom of my tongue real quick.
There you go.
I did it.
Yeah.
So it started to sting a little bit, then I got punched in the gut with a little bit of sweetness. Yeah, definitely tastes the fruit. It's so juicy.
That's the goal, is to make these things big and juicy and fruity.
It's a little bit like, I get a little bit of mimosa-ness to it.
Yeah. To breakfast beers.
Breakfast beers.
To breakfast beer.
All right. As a little backstory, I don't drink beer. Last year I had 10 beers all year. So I have extremely low tolerance, and I have frequently a physical reaction to drinking alcohol. But now this one, it is so fruity, it tastes almost like I'm drinking juice of some sort. Yeah. Like carbonated. See, I already feel it. These guys think it's in my head.
It is in your head. Hippie, there's no way he's feeling this beer yet.
I don't know, it's 7.1. 7.1's not gigantic, but...
I'm telling you. I would say it does feel pretty strong to me. Yesterday I used heavy metal bands as like the reference, so kind of lighter bands would be like Poison, Slaughter, versus like Megadeth, Slayer. on the other extreme.
On that
and
scale.
like Mastodon over there. I'm gonna go Skid Row. They have some
Skid Row.
edge. They rock.
Yeah.
But it's also not like inaccessible if you're not like a metal fan.
Right.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So kind of, you know.
That makes sense, because Skid Row wasn't like a bunch of sissy. They were like, I mean, Sebastian Bach had a voice.
Yeah.
And they could grind it out of tune.
Yeah, they're respectable.
Yeah. So, and he just said, I mean, it's 7-1. I wouldn't have thought that. Well, our final category is
Smell. It smells kind of like grapefruit. Is there any grapefruit in it?
There's no fruit. No fruit was harmed in the
No fruit was
in the making of this beer. Like I said, just the varietals of hops nowadays are so fruity, and you're able to just produce so many familiar flavors from them and aromas. The Green Ghost that we use in this, it's a German varietal. It's a new aroma varietal from Germany. It's awesome, nice, fruity, complex, and then we use a lot of Citra hops too, which have like the classic grapefruit, candied orange, marmalade type flavor.
Like you're saying, 7.1, but it doesn't smell like that. It smells like a little bit easier.
Yeah.
And we use a technique for aroma that's been popular recently. It's called hop bursting. And it's all late addition hops, so you're not boiling off all the bitterness, the acids in it to make it bitter. So basically, you're just exploiting all the awesome oils for aroma and flavor.
the more I'm drinking this and thinking about it and hearing what you're saying about how it was made, the more I like it. This is a fantastic brew.
Yeah, I'm really feeling this one, dude.
Normally we're like, you know, the rest of America, I feel like, where we just want to be blasted with bitter hops.
Yeah.
But this is bringing us around to a different trip.
The early days of craft brewing, when they were making IPAs, the idea was to like punch people in the face with hops and get as many bitterness units out of it as you could, basically.
Can you say that again and actually punch bones?
And now, since then, people have kind of backed off the bitterness and realized like there's, you know, that can still be an awesome style for these big bitter double IPAs, but it's also fun to do these juicier, more approachable styles too that, you know, people that don't normally drink bitter beers kind of can latch onto the style.
Bones and I went to a little beer talk in Austin by Sam, I'm going to mispronounce his name, Caglione, or
That's, wow, good pronunciation.
Is that his name?
Pretty spot on, yeah.
He posed sort of a open-ended question, what the is coming after IPAs? But what is after the IPA? It's so popular.
A lot of breweries are making very good sour beers, such as in your neck of the woods, Jester King is an amazing example of cutting-edge sour makers who are taking the time and effort that the traditional breweries in Belgium have done, barrel aging a lot of their stuff. And so I think sours might be the next wave, might be the next popular style behind IPAs or in front of IPAs, but who knows? Maybe we'll just keep making awesome IPAs as new hop varietals come out. I mean, the style's not going away in my opinion. But
I don't object to that.
yeah.
Yeah, so the last segment is to give our fans a frame of reference for these beers. We choose a song a full service song that we think represents this beer.
It's going to be something fun and lighthearted. It's not going to be one of those like heavy lyric songs.
I would go with "Oh Kill Me," which is it's similar to the thing you just described. It's an upbeat feel.
But the lyrics in that song are about dying.
Webb, quick shot. What do you got?
I got Phil Collins on my mind.
Oh!
I won't do what I did yesterday.
You know, juicy. When you said it's the juicy East Coast style, the hazy IPA. That song's just got some juice, man. It's super upbeat. It's lighter, like you said, lyrically, and it just drives the whole time. But you could listen to it on repeat, and I could have probably 7 or 8 of this in a row and be quite happy.
That's a good call, man. Now that I thought about it, I would say maybe the song off our first album, man, Bonesaw. Just rocks, but it's on like a halftime rock sort of feel. Even though it's aggressive, like the strength of this beer is pretty aggressive, 7.1. It's just a sweet sounding tune, and I love to just ride that crash and do that kick and snare.
What do you got, Smell?
What was it called before? That was called All in the Garden.
Ooh, great call.
Yeah.
I think we all got a
kind of like a daytime song, but it's still pretty rocker.
Yeah.
I don't know, like an inclusive song, like it includes all the hops from all over the world kind of thing. Like
You just obliterated my
Nailed it.
Bonsall call. That's what I was looking for.
Yes.
On the garden.
Nice.
Well, thanks to Artifex Brewery for having us out here in San Clemente to play.
Thanks to Hippie.
And to Hippie for the
Thanks,
great
Hippie.
choice of beer.
To
and
Hippie.
for
Yeah,
not only-
Hippie.
Not only making the great beer, but choosing this great beer.
I'll take that.
There you go. And thanks a lot. Now we're gonna go play some music.
Subscribe to the full service YouTube channel to see all these brewery interview videos and a bunch of other awesomeness. Cheers, America.
Traveler.